Welcome to part one of a 2-upload day. FA Cup final special to start us off here at midday. At 3 PM this afternoon, there'll be the Champions League final against Real Madrid and the reveal of the new series that's going to be starting in a few days' time. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notification turned on. Click that bell so you don't miss the video later on this afternoon. And of course, the episode number 1 of the brand new series to start later on in the week. But for now, we're going to concentrate on this game ahead of us. As ever, let me know your score predictions in the comment section down below. Watford, well, I was going to say away, but obviously we're both away. It's at Wembley, the FA Cup final on the 23rd of May. And then on the 30th, as we say, the Champions League final against Real Madrid. We're, other than the injury still to James Maddison, who unfortunately won't be fit for either of these finals, are at full strength. Sturridge is up to 92. Lewis Potter is now up to 93 to match Malik Wilks on the right-hand side. Barnett and Martinez 91, both apiece through the middle. Garcia Villa has grown up to 85 this year. What remarkable growth we've seen from him in this save. Up Christ knows how many since he signed at the beginning of last season. Absolutely outrageous growth from him. But hopefully we can get ourselves our first FA Cup trophy, actually. We, of course, have been in this final before and lost it to Arsenal. That was it last season or the season before? I can't actually recall. I think it might have just been last season. But we have ourselves the opportunity to... No, it couldn't have been last season because... It could have been last season because we were involved in the Community Shield, and that wasn't against Arsenal, was it? It was against Tottenham at the beginning of the season because they won the FA Cup and we won the league. So it was 2 years ago we lost the FA Cup final. We have, of course, lost the Carabao Cup final here at Wembley earlier on this season. So I'd very much like to end the series with an FA Cup win at 12 and a Champions League win at 3. But you know how we work things on the channel. I don't artificially fix things and re-record videos and games until we win. If I lose, I lose. I'm going to say, though, that we will get a solid victory. I'm going to say 3-1 here at Wembley for this FA Cup final against Watford. Like I say, without cheating and skipping to the end. Is that Koenigsegg in the background? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think the score is going to be here at Wembley Stadium. Let's skip the intro and show you the Watford starting 11 in a little bit more detail than you saw in the pre-game menu. You see there that they've got Pettersson in goal still, 5 at the back. Ngakia gets the start at right back. Ben Wilmot, Vasquez, Osorio and Mittelstadt at left back with Zambo Anguissa, Fernandes and Vera as a midfield 3 behind Antiste and Wind. Again, trying to resist the urge to make any wind-based puns. Let's see what we can do then at Wembley Stadium. I'm going to say 3-1 Hull. I'm going to be confident. You have to be confident in cup finals. Let's get it done. Here's Wind. Finding Antiste, who's past Sturridge, who gets a good block on the shot. Watford's first chance. Just a simple one from striker to striker. And then the ball bobbles free there as I try and get rid of it. Here's Wind again. Could he look for his strike partner? He finds Fernandes, who will look himself for Antiste. Looking for a 1-2, not getting it. Was that inside or outside the box? The bodies are on the outside. Could have been on the line, but no. Fernandes with a free kick here, just outside the area. Looks like they're going to lay that short, and I'll have that, thank you. That was an attempted slide tackle from Lewis Potter. That ended up in him trying to play a long pass. Thankfully, it doesn't cost me a goal for Watford as it fell free to a man in a yellow shirt. Was he onside there, Lewis Potter? He was. Lautaro has Charlie Barnett with him. Made a good run here, Lautaro. And Sangara's running off me. They've backed off Lautaro a little bit, but it's a good block by the defender. Now Watford can come forward on the counter-attack. Need to make sure I draw the right defender across to him so as not to leave loads of room for other attackers, either out wide or centrally. Ngakia, I'm quite happy to have the ball in this wide area rather than them get it through to Antiste or Wind up top with some space. But we've done well to win that back. Now Lewis Potter, can he get there ahead of the defender? He can, but can only run into him. And Watford will retain possession and come forward again. Vera, forward to Zambo Anguissa. Nice tackle by Joao Cancelo. Hurdles the man on the floor. Goes short to Curtis Jones. King Lewis Potter is getting forward on that left-hand side. And I'll lift it for him to race onto. Can he beat the defender to it? Fernandes tracking back from midfield to do very well indeed. Watford defending for their lives so far. But I was about to say doing it very well. But they've just lost possession there. And Lewis Potter's around. Oh, it could be the most ridiculous goal ever. But off the bar with the chip. That would have been a goal well worthy of winning a cup final had it dropped in off the post, not the bar. Joao Cancelo wins it back, but receives the throw in even, and tries to play it inside. Mittelstadt. Wilks will try and win it back, but now it's their throw. Well, we could have had a goal at one end with a little bit of fortune from their point of view. We could have had a goal at the other end with, again, a little bit of fortune from their point of view with it hitting the bar and coming back out again. Stir you in the way of that, and we will recover possession and work it centrally to Curtis Jones. Charlie Barnett is there. Wilks got a couple of men around him, not really in a good position. Curtis Jones has some space between the lines, though. He will now look for Malik Wilks. Start by dropping back inside on that left foot. I see King Lewis Potter on the edge of the box here. He'll look for his goal this time, but that was well wide and an awful effort from the captain for the day. Oh, got to be better than that, Keane. Got to be better than that. Half an hour played, still 0-0. Up we go, please. Oh, Fernandez doing enough against Sangari there. Sangari missing the ball as he hurdled towards it. That's a lovely ball out wide. Mittelstadt needs support because he's not going to get a cross in from here. Not with Wilks in close proximity, but they've worked it well. Now Joao Cancelo is in close proximity and he's still not going to get a cross in. Or is he? He's managed to get it inside to Zambo Anguissa, who's turned around. He's still doing well enough here, Watford, in keeping possession, but they're going to have an end product. That's what we're waiting for. Antiste. Play it inside maybe. Back to Vera. We get that with Curtis Jones. We've done enough. We've done enough. Right. Let's get a goal before half-time. Let's send ourselves in at the break. 1-0 in front. Oh, please, please, please. Jump and keep that in, Malik. Oh, he's hit him in the face and he's kept it in. To deliver it towards the back post. It was the most unorthodox way to keep a ball in play. Just keep running. Don't look at it and let it hit you in the face and keep it in play. Garcia Villa, I'd say, wins that header. But actually, I think it was the Watford man that got the touch on it. Charlie Barnett from the edge of the box. Oh, that would have been a worldie as well, worthy of winning a cup final. Wilks delivers the corner, Lautaro's up. It's going to be cleared free, win that header, and we might still be able to do something before the break. No, it's to be 0-0 at the half. Watford probably been on the back foot for the majority of it. We've been creating chances as well, but we can't find a way through. At the minute, my 3-1 prediction looks a little bit unlikely. Both sides have had chances. They've had the majority of possession and have been better with it. 84% pass accuracy to my 78. They've been more accurate with their shots as well, but not quite as frequent. So an even half. An even half that, if we can replicate with regards our creativity, I think one might just find its way in for us. I hoped for a confident, convincing, solid victory. At the minute, I take a squeaky 1-0 win. Barnett with a switch out wide to Joao Cancelo. And centrally to Curtis Jones. And it Wilks through the gap. Look at that run from Barnett. Can we find him? He could get there ahead of the defender. Wilmot has the strength to bump Charlie off it. We, so far, are headed towards extra times here in the FA Cup final. Davinson Sanchez of Chelsea is apparently on the move to Barcelona. Davinson Sanchez, another player who's gone from rival to rival via someone else. Davinson Sanchez won't have moved directly to Chelsea from Tottenham, but has ended up at Stamford Bridge. It's really weird how that works, isn't it? I don't know whether that's worth perhaps reporting to EA as not necessarily an issue, but something that perhaps needs to be looked at with a number of players signing for rival teams, just doing it via someone else to kind of circumvent the whole strict transfers. I don't know as I've actually got strict transfers turned on in this save either, but it's definitely a recognisable pattern with transfers we've seen, isn't it? Well, that was a terrible pass, Ches. So let me know in the comment section, would you want me to pass that feedback on to the dev team about players ending up at rival clubs? Or do you not really see it as much of an issue, or not really something that you'd like to be looked at? I'll, of course, react to your feedback. Your feedback, thankfully, is not to us going 1-0 down against Watford in the same highlight. I'll try and squeeze that down the line to Malik Wilks, and it's a lovely ball. And I've got options inside, and he's got the defender on his heels here. And Lautaro could look for the runner, Charlie Barnett, around the outside, but it's overhit the pass. Just over 20 minutes to go here. I might be tempted to make a substitution or two soon. Although, with that win back there. And Martinez! It's a mistake from Watford. As they mentioned the Champions League final in the top left, we may well have just won the FA Cup final. It could be 2 trophies for Hull City at the end of this season. And 3 titles for us. come the end of the save. We won the Premier League last year. Sangare wins it off the midfielder there. Simple through ball. And then on his weaker side, Lautaro buries it. Charlie Barnett is the competition's top goal scorer with 6 so far. None for him today, but one for Lautaro, who I think is probably for the season our top goal scorer. We'll, of course, have a season roundup at the end of the Champions League final video later on this afternoon. But with 20 minutes to go, I now think I will make a change, but one to try and hold on to what we've got rather than chasing a winner. Do I bring Neto or Sigankov on? I think I'll leave it for now. Just Wallace for Curtis Jones at this stage. 20 minutes to go, 1-0 Hull. Garcia Vaya with a switch out wide to Joao Cancelo. We can play with a little bit more freedom now. A little bit more expressiveness, knowing that we have the 1-0 lead in the back pocket. And soon to be, with a lovely driven finish, 2-0 in the 79th minute. Mallet Wilks gets one from the right-hand side. I didn't try and keep that low. That was what he did of his own accord. All I asked for was a simple finesse shot, and it's very rare actually that they do that and keep it low. Normally, almost every time, they lift the ball off the floor. But lovely darting run inside. You can see the defender just didn't track it, and he swept that home. That's a really tidy finish from Mallet Wilks. We'll take that. That's definitely the FA Cup trophy coming to the KCOM Stadium, isn't it? Driven into the bottom corner. Only his second goal of the FA Cup run this season. And the second goal of the FA Cup final itself. Sorry, Watford. You fought valiantly and very, very well. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, you just didn't quite have enough. A little bit of fancy footwork from Antiste there. And we'll get it back here. They took the advantage and have run with it. And with the way the goals have been going in the last 20 minutes, we could still see the 3-1 scoreline that I predicted at the beginning. Vera over the top to Zambo Anguissa. His touch inside is heavy, but I didn't change player quickly enough to try and deal with it. Garcia Vaya trying to close the ball down. It's good footwork from Zambo Anguissa. Snapshot fired away as he holds off the attentions of the defender. Lautaro trying to do the same to their defender and failing to do so. Here's Fernandez. The ball rolls get me every time. Antiste, that's good footwork from him. And Fernandez again, not got much space, and Garcia Vaya wins it off him, but still it falls free. But thankfully Mittelstadt is offside. So with seconds to go, or no less than 90 seconds, we should see this through from here. It would be one remarkable turnaround from Watford if they do win it from this situation. 2 minutes added on at the end of the game. I could be an absolute arse and try and hold it in the corner, but I won't do that. We'll look for a third if we can get it. Johan gets the tackle on Barnett as I try and turn, but that will be enough. An FA Cup title for Hull City in this save. We run out 2-0 winners after a very even and nervy first half. And similarly at the beginning of the second half, but Lautaro Martinez, the new man, and Mallet Wilks here with us all the way through, grabbing the 2 goals in a 10-minute spell at the end of the second half to ensure that we pick up a trophy this season. We failed at Wembley once this year. We've now... Actually, no. Yeah, we failed at Wembley once this year. We've triumphed twice if you include the Community Shield, although we had to rely on penalties on that occasion. There will be a Champions League final, of course, later on this afternoon at 3 o'clock, so do make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and you definitely won't miss it. You'll get an alert when the video goes up. It's normally 2 colours, isn't it, on trophies, but that's just a solid orange with then just the black writing. It's normally like one of one and one of the other. Is that just a Premier League trophy? I can't quite recall, but all that matters is that that trophy has Hull City colours on it, and Keane Lewis Potter lifts another trophy for Hull City, and hopefully that's not the only one he lifts today. I'm going to go and record the Champions League final now, and I will see you here on the channel in a couple of hours, where hopefully we can add to that with one more. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. And I'll see you later on this afternoon. And I may well reveal the new series later on in that Champions League video. So make sure you don't miss it. I'll see you then.